Hi, everybody, and welcome to Short Film News. I am Evo Bernardo, and we are here in the great city of Chicago, United States of America. Momentos Broadcasting sponsors our show, and we are so happy to be here with a special guest that lives in the United States in LA, and he is a filmmaker. He is with us today, and his name is Daniel Dreszer. Welcome, Daniel. How are you?
Hello, Abel. How are you? Thank you so much for having me.
Well, it's our pleasure to have you here. We are so happy that you're here to talk about you and your career as a filmmaker. You are a young filmmaker with an amazing future, and we understand you are in the right place at the right time in Los Angeles, California. Tell us more about you, Daniel.
Um, well, I'm originally from Bogota, Colombia. That's where I lived until I was 18 years old. And by that time, I knew that I wanted to dedicate myself into filmmaking, the creation of films, the production process, and acting as well. So I applied to a couple of film colleges in the United States. And once I was accepted, I studied film business, acting. I lived 5 years in Florida where I was studying in Ringling College of Arts and Design. And then I moved to LA, where I've been living here for 3 years now, where I got my master's in acting, had the incredible opportunity to do a couple internships in some great companies in the industry, Paramount, Shotdeck, Nielsen ratings, and yeah, and currently developing projects, collaborating, and enjoying the city.
Well, that sounds amazing. And at the same time, I understand you're an actor, yes?
Yes.
So you're a filmmaker, you produce films, you're an actor, video editor too?
Yeah, sometimes when I can't afford the editor.
I understand. I understand. But tell us about your films. How many films did you produce?
Well, I mean, I was more of a manager in the couple of films that I do. The last or biggest project that we did was called MILO, the Voyage to Atlantis. That is a project. It was a passion project that I was working on for a couple of years. And I started as the manager of the project, and then I collaborated with many talented producers who then they were the ones who took the project into their own hands, and they helped us bring forth this incredibly grateful film. It's a 15-minute short. It was a concept pilot pitch for what would essentially have been or be or in our minds what it could have been a 3-season show. So what we did is we shot 15 minutes of what could have been the official pilot of it, and we put it online for free for everybody to see on YouTube. And the reaction could not have been better. We
Mhm.
were incredibly excited to share it with the world, and we did.
Well, it sounds amazing. Sounds great, and we have to watch your film. I think everybody will enjoy it. We have a little piece of that film. Is that right? The one that you sent it to me.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So let's take
Hopefully.
a look at that, and you will tell us more about the production and more details about it. Let's
Absolutely.
go.
Mr. Thatch,
Mr. Thatch.
Milo Thatch?
you've made a mockery of this esteemed board.
I think we found our man.
MILO, The Voyage to Atlantis. Rated G for general audience. Watch the full short. Available on YouTube April 30th.
Sounds good. Very nice. Very professional. Sounds like Hollywood. Uh,
So that's kind of what we were going for. So yeah.
exactly. No, when you do something, you have to do it first class. You cannot go halfway. You have to do some, especially in Hollywood, where it's such a competitive. Tell us about your life over there in LA.
Well, yeah, it's exactly what you were saying. It's a jungle. It's a very competitive environment. Definitely really hard to work around such incredibly talented people, but at the same time, so grateful to work around so many talented people because it just inspires you to want to do more stuff and to want to push yourself to the limit. Although sometimes that limit could be a little too extreme, but as long as you are, as long as you understand that pace is everything and you know, there's plenty of time and plenty of people and plenty of opportunities. You'll be fine. So it's just taking the city for how it comes at you, and trying to do what's best and continue collaborating and never stop working. So,
Exactly. No, that's what you need to do. Collaborating, work in a team, and if you are a good team player, people will love you without any doubts. And tell us more about this film. How many people were involved in the production? How many actors? And what basically was? Can you repeat the story about? What is the story about Atlantis? That sounds like the Atlantis, the lost city that nobody found yet.
Yet. So the production itself was, I think it was a total of over 30 people that collaborated, both people who were professionally working in the industry at the time and students. Because the time that we shot the project, we shot it under New York Film Academy. I was getting my master's as an actor, so I submitted the project as my thesis. So we got a lot of help from students, incredibly talented students, and people from outside the college, of course. The project itself took, for pre-production, we worked on it for over a year, and then we had, I think, a short span of 4 to 5 months to get ready to shoot. And the shooting was 2 days. We just did it all in 2 days. It was a cast and crew of over 30, yes, and the actors were, I think, eight of us, 7 of us. Because at the end of the day, it is 15 minutes. So it was just a short introduction of what the characters could be and everything. And, you know, introducing a cool plot and an interesting story arc. As for the story itself of Atlantis and the movie, well, this is already based on the original early 2000s animated Atlantis, The Lost Empire film from Walt Disney and Disney Animation. So the reason that we did it is because I'm a huge lover and fan of all these live action adaptations. And for years, I kept on hearing fans repeatedly say that they really wanted to see what a version of this animated movie would look like in the live action ratio. So we decided to try it. I said, you know what, let's do it. I have the opportunity. I have the connections. I feel like we can do it, and if everyone else is committed and they want to do it, then I feel like we can have something incredible to show, and hopefully even better to you know, present to anyone who might be interested in seeing more of it. Of course, with the respect of the original owners of the IP and the respect of the fans, because you know you can't really disrespect the fans. You can't really stain something that is so beloved. So we tried to do everything as careful, as respectful, and as professional as possible.
Sounds great. You know, I like what I am hearing about it. And tell us about the people that work with you. Do you remember all the names? So it's hard, you know, to remember all the names. Oh, the main names, the people the actors and
I could list the entire names, but I don't want to take too much time, and I'm kind of scared. I don't want to misspell.
No.
But you know, everyone knows how grateful I am for all of the help and the collaboration that everybody gave. You know, all the way from the cast, from Haley Ringo Price, who played Haley. She did an incredible. She played Helga. Sorry, she did an incredible job. To Nick Benensman, who is a very, very reputable stunt performer in the industry. He's done incredible work for Rebel Moon, Guardians of the Galaxy. Maddie Stenzel, who helped us write the script, and she has also done incredible work in her past for Disney projects. All the way from the producers, you know, Fernando Sabané, Carlos Morales Ryan, Carlos Navarrete, who won an Emmy Award for editing, and he helped us with the project.
Wow.
Daniel Mara, who worked for Sony in Across the Spider-Verse, who reached out and said he wanted to collaborate with us, and he did an incredible job. Jonathan Bartz, who did the original soundtrack for us, he also reached out and he was like, I love what you're doing with this and what everybody's doing with MILO, and I want to do the music for you guys. And he did an incredible job. He did an amazing. And again, I didn't expect any of this, and I'm incredibly grateful, and I'll always be grateful to have had the opportunity to work with such talented people. You know, like even like Maria, who directed the film. She is incredible. She is such an angel, and we had a blast with everyone. Production.
What's her last name? Maria.
Right?
What's the last name of the Maria Gomez? She's the director of the film.
Yeah.
We take advantage now to send her best regards and a happy Easter to her and to everybody that is watching this video or is going to watch this video interview tomorrow. I hope you are having a great holiday, guys. So, well, that's incredible. How long did it take the post-production?
Post-production, well, I mean, it was interesting because, you know, if the project would have just been for us and just us, and we could have had as much time as we wanted, we would have taken our sweet time with the post-production of it and the editing. But unfortunately, because I submitted the film as a thesis, we had a very short span because we had to submit the project for a special screening. We had to edit it in, I think, a month, a little less than a month. So
that was pretty quick.
Yeah, we were in the editing suites like crazy. Carlos Morales Ryan, he was an incredible editor for it. You know, like I was in the editing suites with him nonstop. We were night after night after night, you know, spending all the way from like, I want to say 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. just going shot over shot over shot over shot. And it was fun. I miss it now. You know, when you're doing it, you're like, this is hell. When it's done, you're like, I kind of can't wait to do it again. So.
Oh, sounds great. Really, we have to watch this film, guys. Everybody that is watching our show, don't forget to go to Daniel Dretzer's YouTube channel. Tell us about your channel. Do you have a lot of films, and how can we get there?
So for the actual film, we do have a YouTube channel of the film. It's called MILO Movie. We have it on Instagram, we have it on X, we have it on Threads, and we have it on YouTube, where you can find all the trailers, TV spots. We have special interviews with the cast and crew of the film. And yeah, we have a lot of footage in there. That's mostly that stuff, personal content and everything like that. Well, I have my own Instagram and stuff, but mostly about the film. Milo.movie. We've shared BTS photography. We've shared the highlights, reels. We generally showed everything that we did. We wanted to show everyone the entire process of the production, so that everybody can see how much fun we had doing it. So,
well, yeah. That's very, very important. And tell us about your projects now. Are you working on something very special for the future?
So, well, unfortunately, we haven't had the opportunity to be in production right now. After all, the industry is kind of like in a little quiet zone right now. Ever since last year's strike, it's been harder and harder for people who are doing startups, people who are doing their own indie films to actually get them up and running, especially here in Los Angeles. So most of the projects that I'm kind of working on right now are unscripted pitches. We're developing a couple projects. We're working on stories. We're working on scripts. And, you know, we're just taking our time to try to perfect them and try to get them up and running so that by the time that we feel like it's the right time to move forward to the production, physical production aspect of it, we're ready to go. So yeah.
I understand. Yeah, and at the same time, you need a lot of capital to investors to back you up and help you to produce it. It's very costly to produce films, and you need to set locations and equipment and a lot of things that you need. All that is expensive, and the actors, they don't like to work for free in LA, I suppose.
And not all, but you know, there's a couple. I think it also depends on how well of a script you have, like how good of a project you have, and how well you can sell the story. That's because that's everything, right? It's about pitching. It's about selling and convincing people to have the same idea of the project as you do. If you believe in yourself, then you have to let them believe in you. You have to make them believe in you. And if you have people who believe in you and believe in the project, then everything will get together like a puzzle, and everybody will work. That's where collaboration comes from mostly.
Exactly. No, that's super important. Tell us about your main objective that you have as a filmmaker. Where do you want to go from here?
A couple of years ago, I feel like I could have answered you that question precisely. I could have said, this is what I want to do, and this is where I want to be 5 years from now. But I've learned to take the industry how it comes, like just with the opportunities that are showing up. I'm just doing what I love. And by doing what I love, the opportunities that I've dreamed of or I've planned on or I've wanted just sometimes just happen. They just show up. You can't control it. So I feel like if I keep doing what I've been doing, hopefully I might be able to say that I am in a place where I could not have seen myself 10 years ago, hopefully. And if not, well, then, still do this stuff that I love doing and be grateful every day.
Exactly. How old are you now, Daniel?
Right now I'm 26 years old.
26. Well, you have a lot of future in front of you, and that's so important, and you have projects, you said, for the future, for this year and next year.
Yes.
Any idea about the new film?
Yeah. So right now we're currently trying to work on the development for 2 feature film pitches and actually 3 feature film pitches and 1 show. I think, yeah, 1 show, and that's it. But
Okay.
it's more stuff will keep on coming. What doesn't work doesn't work. If we have to switch gears, we'll shift gears.
So when you talk about pitches, you basically they write the script, or they bring the script to you, and you make some kind of trailer for a presentation. How do you tell me more about that, and to whom do you pitch?
Well, it's
Invest-
interesting. It's very interesting, because given the fact that pitches have kind of like changed, in my opinion, pitches in the industry and in Hollywood, they kind of had like one specific structure. And that structure was just black and white. It was papers, it was scripts. That's what it was. It was writing a script and sharing it to, directors, producers, actors, executives. And that was it. But nowadays, it's kind of harder to share something. You have to be more visual. You have to be more, it feels like you have to actually sell something before you can actually convince someone that this could sell. So part of my work has been related to marketing of films, and that's kind of like what I love to do most. So I've learned to actually find these new ways of how to sell these projects, sell these products to the proper person, and sometimes it's not just writing 200 pages. Sometimes it's not just doing a black and white thing. Sometimes it's creating a poster. Sometimes it's getting analytics, putting stuff out there on social media, seeing if the audiences want it. Like what's what the people want? What are these followers or these viewers asking for? And if they are asking for it, what is the specific style or movie or story that they want to see? And if you are ready, if you have an idea, it's all about designing it, but making it as visual as possible. I always go by this rule. If I'm going to pitch something, by the time that I pitch it, the stuff that I'm showing should be good enough for me to say, all right, if this is all I have right now, I'm happy with it. Like if this is all I can do with this project, I'm happy with it, because this is the lengths to which I could. I did everything I could. I did everything I could in my power right now to design this or develop this and share it. And I feel like that's the best kind of pitch.
Yes. As long as you make a good product and you believe in your product,
exactly,
and you think that your film is good, your presentation, your script, everything you want to show, there is a high probability that somebody else or the person that you're going to pitch will like it. The situation is that has to be a mass production film in a way. It has to be a film that will appeal to the masses.
Exactly.
It's
convincing. It's about convincing the masses as well. So give you examples. For MILO, I remember when I was still selecting the few who wanted to, like, when I was reaching out for a team, when I was trying to get a team together of crew members to work on it, I myself had to pitch them on the idea that this might actually be a great project for them to be on. And sometimes it's more than just sending a script. Sometimes it's more than just sending a text message or an email and saying like, hey, I think you'd be great for this, blah, blah. Sometimes you need to give more. So we designed posters, we designed teaser trailers, concept art, illustrations, storyboards, all that stuff. If you can do as much as possible with the idea that you have to present it to other people before the project itself gets to full fruition, you're already starting in a solid base. You're already starting very, very well. So yeah.
As I can see, your job is very busy, and I'm sure you spend a lot of time during the day. Is that the only job you have, or you have any other job that
No,
supports you
I feel like
and help you?
no, just like every other artist in Los Angeles, who's trying to make it out there. Like it's the struggle of the starving artist, I guess. That was
Yeah.
But just like everyone else, you try to have a job, you try to work around it. If you're lucky enough, you can get a job that's related to somewhat the industry. Currently, right now, I'm working for Nielsen Media, for Nielsen Ratings. But that was just because of certain opportunities that I've had in the past for quality control positions and bilingual positions in Paramount and Pluto TV and
Sounds
advertising.
good.
So yeah.
You are working in a type of job that is related of what you like, really. That is the filmmaking, and that's most important.
Yeah, no, and I'm incredibly thankful, but because at the end of the day, I know that if I had to be doing anything else, I would still be doing it. And I know that there's 100,000 millions of people who are doing stuff that they probably hate, but it's just so that they can go by day so that they can actually do what they love, whether it's self-tapes, auditions, writing scripts, producing, directing. Yeah, it's a hard industry, but it's about holding on for sure.
No, but you're doing the right thing, and I am sure you are going to be very successful. And if you guys are watching this show, we are here with Daniel Dreszer directly from Los Angeles, California, talking about his life as a filmmaker and his projects. It's an amazing interview, and I would like you and encourage you to share our interview, exclusive interview with Daniel. It's very interesting what this young man is doing and all the project that he has, and we would like your support. Leave us a like and a comment, and share the video with friends and family, of course. We are Momentos Broadcasting. We are based in Chicago, United States of America. We broadcast to all over the world, and we help filmmakers from all over the world, basically, from Asia, from South America, from Central America. So if you are a filmmaker, if you are interested to be in our show and tell us more about your life as a filmmaker, actor, or crew member, this is the place. This is the place to share your thoughts, your ideas, because your ideas, your thoughts, they can help somebody else, and at the same time, you will be able to meet and know more people through our channels, through our videos, and we can put you in touch so you can collaborate with them and help each other to move forward. That's what you want to do in life. You want to get better, you want to improve, you want to do good things. So tell us about more about you told us about your projects, your objectives, how we can contact you. So you work for this particular company, which is so good for you. And tell us more. Tell us more about you and everything you want to say. This is your time.
No, well, I mean, honestly, yeah, going back to what you asked earlier, which was about the importance of pitching and what I feel like it is happening, because like I said, the industry does feel like it is kind of like in a small pause at the moment. So it is inspirational for other people out there who are wanting to create their projects, but they feel like they can't get them up and running, or they feel like they don't have the crowdfunding, or they feel like anything that comes into your head that just makes them feel like they can't do it, which there are plenty. There's always time. I think that is the biggest key. I think that's the one thing that makes people just give up, because they feel like if they don't get these things out now, the next competitor or the next person is just gonna run up and take it from them, you know? I mean, it's easy for me to say, because the last project that I did was based on an already pre-owned IP, which essentially would be kind of cheating. But at the end of the day, these are projects that we're kind of working on that are original as well. The other ones that we're planning on developing. And yeah, it gets to a point where you feel like at some point there's going to be a ticking clock that's just going to stop, and you're going to be too late. Somebody else is just going to do the project. Somebody else is going to write the script. Somebody else is going to shoot the film. And those are the kind of like the thoughts that come up to every filmmaker's mindset and makes them just give up, which at the end of the day shouldn't be a thing, because there's so many opportunities out here, you know, there's so many stories. And the most important part is that I think people tend to forget that everybody who's here wants to collaborate and they want to help out. So it's all about just reaching out. Social media has become such an incredible platform to just find people who actually want to do stuff. And I'm, to my surprise, you know, like every time I try to do something and I reach out to somebody and ask for help or collaboration or interest on any project, I'm always shocked at the initial response, because it's always, I'm game. I'm going to do it. I'm 100% in. And then you have to go, well, listen, maybe I can't afford it, or maybe I can't pay you. This is just a fun stuff on the side. And they're just going to be like, I don't even care. I want to do something, you know. People want to do, like, whoever loves the industry, they'll do what they love. So yeah.
I understand. Tell us about your role in the film that we just showed, the trailer that we showed. What were you the actor, one of the actors, or were you also doing other things?
I'm the ugly main character.
Oh,
yeah, me. No, so I play MILO. I when I did the project, I was in New York Film Academy, but I was doing a master's in acting. So I submitted that project as my thesis. The reason why I submitted it as my thesis was because the industry was in a strike and nobody was really allowed to. Production wasn't really a good thing to do. When other people are struggling, it's not really a smart thing to go out and try to do your own stuff while others are, you know, trying to make a movement that's very important for them. So I submitted as an educational project. That was the only way that we could have shot it, and we did. We didn't make any profit from it or anything, because again, it's not our IP. So legally, we followed everything by the book. And because I submitted as my thesis, I was informed that every actor is supposed to act and star in his or hers film or thesis project. So I said I will do it. I auditioned. We did character screen tests, auditions. We went through the whole process, even though it was already a guaranteed role, because I had to do it. Yeah. I was incredibly thankful, but I still went through the same process. And it was even more scary to me, because, you know, I knew that once we would put it out there, the one thing that could kill the project or just ruin everyone's perspective on it was just who would play the main character. Because MILO is a character that people have loved, like Disney fans have loved since the movie came out. They love that character. And they love it so much that they've even done their own castings, you know. They've already thought to themselves, who should play this character? Who should be this character? And yeah, if you just cast the wrong person to it, you just lose them. They're not interested. They don't want to see it. So yeah, I played that character, which was so fun. It was such an incredible experience. But most importantly, I think the best thing was just putting that character and acting with the rest of the talented cast. They were just incredible. It was so fun.
Sounds great. And at the same time, we have another question. Who produced the special effects of this film?
The special effects, the explosions.
Hmm.
We don't have special, like we didn't have any visuals or any special effects. It was all physical. It was all, we had no green
Oh,
screen. We had nothing. It was all just there. We had the incredible opportunity to receive production value from this one church located in downtown Hollywood, I think,
oh.
and that's where we shot the whole movie. It's ginormous. It has these gorgeous hallways. It has these incredible like boardroom meeting rooms. The sunlight just hits perfect. And well, I mean, of course, with the help of our incredibly talented gaffers and key grips, we managed to capture that incredible lighting. But the rest, it everything came to place. We didn't use anything like that. It was practical props from our production design team, and the costumes as well from our costume team, which we also rented here from LA.
Hmm.
We're all from the period and everything. It was gorgeous.
It has to be amazing to work over there. I live in Chicago, and this is more like a theater type of city.
Yeah,
People love theater. There are a lot of shows.
yeah,
Although they make a lot of films too, but LA is the right place to go. I went to LA. I was invited to Hollywood several times, and I met some good and well-known actors too. And it was a great experience for me. Even I studied piano here with one of the musicians that makes sound special effects sounds and music for films. So I love everything that is related to Hollywood, the editing and special effects. I studied acting too, but my main thing is I like to be always behind the cameras, helping the filmmakers to get what they want to do, that is to show a great movie, a great film. So one of these days we are going to interview again Daniel, to talk about, if you are willing to, in the future,
of course.
about artificial intelligence and the influence of artificial intelligence in influence in the Hollywood, in Hollywood, and the producers, the pros and the cons, no, because AI has pros
It's
and cons against the industry. Is affecting the actors in some negative ways,
mhm.
and the same like the music producers that they use AI too. We would like to know more about that in the next interview, so you will tell us more about it. So we'll let you think about that. But in the meantime, we have to tell you that this has been an amazing interview. We would love to talk with you. I don't know if there is something else you would like to share, but we have a questions about filmmaker. See, we talk a lot with filmmakers from many countries, especially South America. They don't have any backup investors, and they film incredibly films sometimes with their iPhones now. And then some of them, they never went to school, and I talk to them and I tell them, but you guys, where do you want to go with this? When I talk with filmmakers from Hollywood that they went to school, they have a college degree like you, what would you like to tell to these kids that they are basically talented, but they
Mhm.
don't have any resources, but they would like to get where you are?
Well, that's the biggest question, right? Like, is film school worth it? Like, ever that
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's been the biggest question since the beginning of time. First, it's what came first, the chicken or the egg? This one's like, is film school essential to make films? Um, well, I mean, it's the same thing, like I even when you go to film school, yes, there are many things that you learn that you probably can't learn anywhere else. But at the end of the day, it's about being on set. I feel like that is the goal, whether you're doing via educationally or via professionally or independently. I would say the goal is to get on set. On set is the only place where you will learn everything. On set is where you will grasp the reality of working with others, and you'll see what it's like. And it doesn't even have to be full physical production set. I'm just saying, be part of a project, be part of a production, whether it's on the post-production team and you want to edit or you want to do sound design. You'll know what it's like to have to work and communicate. Being on physical production, whether you want to be in light, direct, do a first assistant director, producer, actor, you need to be on set, and you'll start making mistakes, and that's where you'll know how to do it, and you'll know how to get better. And even from pre-production as well, start doing your stuff and writing your ideas, putting your ideas on pages, make presentations, make posters, make teasers, put it out there on social media, see what people feel like it, receive notes, and learn to take criticism. And just by doing that, you will little by little, like project by project by project, be perfecting your craft, and you'll be better than you ever expected you thought you'd be.
Sounds really good. But at the same time, I think it's, besides that, practice makes perfect. Basically, that's what you're talking about.
Yes.
I think it's important to get a degree, to go to school, to have that opportunity. Where did you study filmmaking?
I studied at Ringling College of Arts and Design in Sarasota, Florida. I graduated with a major in film and a minor in film business.
Okay, sounds good. And then after that, you move on to different.
After that, I started doing more internships, non-paid, because again, it's all about the experience, and it was hard sometimes. I did a internship as a production assistant in Canal Caracol Televisión in Colombia, where I was just being an assistant, running, taking coffees, taking orders. Yeah, and doing whatever you can, but you were on set. That's the point. Then I was a video editor and social media brand advertiser for a small indie record label company called VM Entertainment, where I also edited their videos and I helped them out with their Instagram and stuff like that. And then moved on to working more after the pandemic on a more like basis job in Paramount for Pluto TV, where I was a bilingual streaming content analyst. And eventually master's in acting. And while I was doing that master's in acting, then doing another internship for Shotdeck.com, which is the official archive website of Lawrence Sher, who shot Joker and Joker 2 and the Hangover films. And he's an incredibly talented, one of the most cinematographers here in the industry.
I love that movie, Joker, the first one. I didn't watch the second one, but
I got a lot of heat.
Yeah?
You got a lot here. I mean, some people liked it, others really didn't. It was all over the place in here, but it was everything here in LA. A lot of people were talking about it when it came out. I remember that.
Yeah, Joker 1 was incredible. This is some kind of movie that lets you think about it, like many others that you watch. I like to watch a lot of movies in the TV networks. We are not going to say what network because we don't want to advertise them.
Of course.
But pretty soon we will have some sponsors. Then we'll have to name the sponsors of the advertisers.
And it's going to be mandatory to say the sponsor. You're not going to want to. Have to.
Yeah, it starts with net and finish with Flix. Exactly. That's a very good network, and we really watch a lot of movies and great movies from young filmmakers like you. Well, thank you so much. We don't have any more questions today, but we are hoping that we will be able to talk in the future with you about your next films. And yes, stay in touch with us. Give us a call anytime. You have our WhatsApp. And for everybody that is watching this show, we have our phone number right there on the screen. It's a WhatsApp number. and the number is 773-750-3317. This is Chicago, so you have to add the +1 number, and you are going to be in touch with us in order to kind of set up some virtual chat with us and tell us more about your career. But thank you very much, Daniel. I hope you have a great Easter, and this has been a pleasure to be with you. And well, don't forget to share this video with all your friends and family and your friends that are filmmakers and editors. We send them all, the best regards to them, and we hope, like I said, to be in touch with you in the near future.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, Owen.
Well, thank you. All the best. I see you next time. And here we are. Thank you very much, guys. This has been Short Film News, produced by Momentos Broadcasting, produced in Chicago, United States of America. We broadcast to all over the world. Don't forget, subscribe to our channel. Your support counts. It's very important to support artists like Daniel Dreszer that was here with us. We had an amazing opportunity to meet him, to know more about him and his projects. So, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Next time with more and more information about new filmmakers and new short films that are coming up in the American and the world market. Thank you. All the best to you. Happy Easter. And we'll see you next time in Short Film News. Thank you.